Hi, I'm going to go over just getting started and working with the replicator a little bit, connecting it to two destination endpoints, showing how trades are copied and replicated from one source to two destinations. So let's get going. Right here on the left-hand side, well, let's start with this actually. I have three instances of Sierra chart running. Okay, so this is going to be my source. So this is where trades are initially placed and filled, right? And then once they're filled here, we want to copy them and replicate them into two destination Sierra charts, into this one and into this one. So for that, I have three Sierra charts running: the source, destination, destination. Now, the replicator uses DTC to monitor for the fills, and then to connect with the other two Sierra charts on the other end to send the orders to. Right? So there's three endpoints, and each one of them uses DTC to communicate. DTC uses ports and IPs, so we need to configure those. And I think that's the first thing that we'll do. You know what? Actually, we'll do it as we're configuring the replicator. So let me fire the replicator. I've unzipped it into this folder. It doesn't really matter which. And you should look something like this. Maybe this file won't be here in the beginning. Let me delete that actually. And that way we'll start from fresh. So after you unzip it, the folder will look something like that. I double click the software and it comes up the window, and initially it'll be blank. So what we're going to do, we're going to add the three endpoints. Okay, so let's add first the source endpoint. So I right click, new endpoint, give it a name. So we're going to call this source. And basically on this end, everything can currently stay defaults, right? So I'm going to leave this as the type. It's DTC. There's also file, but for this video, we're just going to talking about DTC endpoints. And the source, the type is source. We're not rounding. We're not multiplying. The host and the IP are going to be the same, and we're receiving fills from SIM1. Okay. So I click OK, and then the endpoint appears here with the endpoint type source. I can check that it connects by right-clicking connect, at which point I get this green light here. I can see that it's connected in the log. I can also verify it in Sierra charts, and it tells me that received the logon request, and then it reports that they sent back a success message. Next, let's add the two destination endpoints. Okay, so this is going to be our first destination. Let's add that. Okay, so this one, let's call it destination 1. Destination 1. This type is going to be a destination type. I'm going to leave all this as default again. The only thing we need to change here is the port, right? Because the ports need to be unique on this machine. So I'm going to go into the data trade service settings and Sierra chart server settings and go into the DTC protocol server area. Depending on your version of Sierra chart, this might look similar or a little different. And I'm going to change the ports. So instead of 11099, 11098, I'm going to bump them up to their own unique ports. So this will be 11100, and this will be 101. Okay. Click apply, apply, apply. Wait, was that turned off? DTT server settings. Yeah, this needs to be turned on. right? This enable DTC protocol server is currently no, so we want this as yes. Otherwise, DTC won't work. There we go. So that's that. That's this one. Here we need to change our port to 1101, which is the listening port. Click OK. Let's see that this one connects. This one connects. We can see it in the log. You can see it in the log here. Generally, everything looks okay. Yep. Do the same for this one, just with a new set of ports. All right, so this one will be 1102, 103. Turn this thing on. Click OK. Click OK. Let's add the endpoint. This will be destination 2. And change this to destination. And change the listening port again. 11103. That looks okay. Connect this one. Yeah, that looks okay. Great. So now that we have this configured, what we need to do is enable them, right? So once, like, connection is just them making a communication, and then you need to enable each one for it to actually start transmitting data and placing orders and so on. If you want to disable, you can always just disable them through here. Enable, disable. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to be sending from Euro Usd to Euro USD on both of these instances, right? So this might be connected to one account. This might be connected to a completely different account. And it's going to send them to both. One thing that I do, I will usually turn on show orders and positions, and you can turn on show order fills. This is from previous attempts. And then we can do show order fills here just as well. And let's see what happens, right? So I'm going to right-click the chart, just place a buy market order, and click OK. And boom. So what happened was that I placed an order here, and then it was replicated to this one and replicated to this one. You can kind of see the replication summaries in this tab, right? So we can see that when it was done, how much was on the source side and the date, how much was on the destination side on the date, and we have two rows here, one for this one and one for this one. Now, if everything went well, you should see status that kind of looks like this. Otherwise, there'll be an error here. Let's do one last thing, which is to flatten it, right? So we're going to exit this position. If I do flatten and cancel, you'll see that the destinations also got flattened and cancels, and we have two new rows here, one for the, two more for the exits, basically. I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.